Okay, we made it. What is that? It is super windy out here in the desert today, but let's go hiking and go see some old gold mines, huh?
Silver mines, gold mines, tin mines.
But first, let me show you where we're at with a segment I like to call X Marks the Spot. We are in the Cargo Muchacho Mountains, which is in the southwestern United States, just across the California border from Yuma, Arizona, and very close to the Glamis Sand Dunes, a popular area for off-roading. Today is fairly strenuous. We've got some single track that goes on the side of a mountain and then lots of rocky terrain. Right now isn't bad. We're just on this little dirt road here. The name of this mountain range, I believe, dates back to around the 1780s when the Spanish first came up through Mexico and into the area to look for gold.
The gold is as good as mine.
And the name of the mountain is Cargo Muchachos, which I guess translates to loaded boy. And it was because there was a Native American boy that came back with his, I guess, a bunch of gold nuggets. So they named the mountain range Loaded Boy. So those pinkish colored hills right there are the tailings from the Cargo mine after they've gone through the cyanide leaching process that they used in this area. Terrain is starting to get a little tight in here. Kind of just mostly trying to watch out for critters. These critters don't want to have anything to do with us, so mostly they'll just steer clear of you. But you still want to be careful. I was in the Sierra Nevadas one time and came up over a little ridge, kind of like this. Now, there was a rattlesnake. It was a young one on top of the ridge, and I didn't see it.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
And it didn't give me much warning. It rattled and then struck. I was carrying a sluice box. It was like everything slowed down. Just went into slow motion, and I was able to maneuver the sluice box down. When it struck, it hit the sluice box. I must have jumped about 10 feet back. It started coming towards me. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Found us a little buddy here. Yep, he ran away. He was standing there just staring at me. Might be the first time he's ever seen a human. Who in their right mind? Who in their right mind does this? Look at this. I'm not even close. At least I have a decent trail to get up there. Okay, so looking back on the trail we were on, we've now crested this saddle here. There's actually a dirt road that comes right to here. A little bit easier terrain to follow now. Oh, my calves are burning. Uphill good stuff. All right, that's what we came to see. At least one of the things we came to see. Looks like we got some old barrel hoops over here on the side. First time I saw this here, well, my first question to my old gold mining buddy Bob. Bob, what is that? Well, it's a boiler. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty neat. Let's take a look. Keystone Boiler Works, SF 1891. How neat is this? You got the pipes up there. I guess, let's see, the water went through the pipes and created the steam. And here's your firebox down here. You've got all these fire bricks under here. When I was a few pounds lighter, I actually was able to crawl in under here because I wanted to get a better look. Some of these bricks say Snowball on them. I looked that up one time. Snowball was a brick manufacturer in England in the same time frame, obviously, 1890s, 1880s. And what that means is that all of the fire bricks for this boiler were made in England and shipped over. I mean, I suppose they could be used as ballast in the ships, and that would make them, you know, at least have a purpose other than just being cargo. Because that's it seems like they could make bricks locally, but considering that what they're out here doing is gold mining, I think they got better things to do than make bricks. This boiler would have created steam pressure to run some sort of machine, most likely a stamp mill, to stamp the gold ore to get the gold out of the matrix rock. But it also could have been used to power things like conveyors. Okay, so I've found the mine finally, and somehow I don't remember it being that vertical inside. But this is the only shaft I'm seeing, so let's grab my gloves and my rock hammer. And I grabbed a couple of light sources. I've actually got 3 headlamps. One's on my head, 2 are in my pockets, and I've also got my phone. I'll leave my trailer key here. There's no reason to have it in my pocket. Heaven forbid I lose it down the mine shaft. And if something happens to me in there, I'm not gonna need it anyway. Okay, so we're just gonna take it real easy. Oh. Sure, I've been in here before, but God, it was probably 20 years ago. Okay. Oh. Let's see what we got. Now, I'm not worried about air quality because I'm so close to the entrance that it doesn't matter. Okay, so this goes nowhere. This just stops. You know, whew, guano. You can smell the guano. It's really hard to tell how far that goes. Okay, so kids, don't try this at home. Let's see what we got. Hard rock, so I'm not worried about a cave-in so much. Mostly worried more about the floor and whether or not this is too soft. So let's just get a foot down here. Okay, that's pretty solid. Yeah, even on the floor, this is hard rock right here. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, a lot of the mines out here are like 60-degree shafts. They do have ladders going down, and I've been in a couple of them way back in the day. It has been a long time, mind you. Oh. Wow. Man, it really makes you wonder what it was they saw that gave them the idea to come down in here. Yeah, you got quartz there. I don't see much mineralization in it though. I'm not seeing any visible gold, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't enough gold in this to make it worth their while. You know, I mean, that's why they would have had the stamp mill to crush ore. So it could be that the gold was not visible, but once it was crushed out of the ore, there must have been enough to make it worth doing. So this is, I don't know, I'd say maybe 30 to 45 degree angle, and it looks like it actually gets steeper as it goes down. And yeah, we're following along a vein here. Oh. Man, I wonder how deep this goes. I know the cargo mine is like 800 feet deep. Okay, so I'm not near as worried about this section because the floor is solid rock. There's no detritus really to trip me up. Air still smells nice and fresh, and I'm still very close to the surface, so not worried about air quality. But I'll tell you what, first time I yawn, I'm gonna go, okay, that's it. You know, because that air quality starts going down. You start losing your oxygen, you're gonna start getting tired. And then if you get into any kind of poisonous gases or air, of course, you don't want to breathe that at all. Oh, it looks like we got a side shaft. So let's check that out, but then I don't think we'll go any further than that. Because of course, the deeper in I go, the more I have to climb back out too. Okay, you can still see the surface up there. Oh, pinprick of light. I'm actually maybe 50 feet down, 50 or 60 feet. But here's something weird. We've got a cellophane balloon, which I recently saw the movie Chicago, and every time I see one of these balloons, oh look, we got Tinkerbell. Awesome. Every time I see one of these balloons, I get the song Cellophane from the movie Chicago stuck in my head. If you've never seen the movie, it's amazing. I was always kind of against it. I was like, musicals, whatever. But I watched it and I loved it, and I've seen it a couple more times since. Okay, so you got this adit, or this separate shaft, whatever, going down, and this is the typical angle, about 60 degrees. For the mines that are out here in the Cargo Muchachos. And what I like about this shaft is I can feel wind coming out of it, which means that the air in this mine is fine, because that means there's another adit somewhere that is allowing air to come up through that shaft. Okay, and then this pinches off, and we got a number 4, and whatever this is on the other side, also number 4. I assume that means this is shaft number 4. But what do I know? And what do they use to put this on here? I don't know. The question is this original, like back in the old days of this mine, or is this something newer? I don't think it's spray paint, which would suggest newer. So some sort of marking that they used. That's pretty neat. If anybody knows old school mining and knows what they would have used to mark the shaft like this, you know, leave something in the comments section, because I am curious. Once upon a time, I thought about going to school to become a mining engineer, but you know, I like doing stuff like this. I want to come into these old shafts and find gold. I don't want to be sitting in an office, sitting at a desk, designing a mine, you know? Man, that is neat. End the line for this side, though. I'm not going down there. If I had anchor points and rope and, you know, more professional equipment with me and other people with me, then yeah, I could see doing that. But not when I'm alone and without professional gear. Too dangerous. Well, so it went the other way as well. So let's check that out. And then maybe, yeah, it might have even kept going this way once upon a time, but no longer does. Okay, what do you think? How are these? Button head screws, square nuts. Again, comments section, if anybody knows what age this type of stuff would be, you know, feel free to leave a comment. You got kind of a square head here at the top. You got a button head, you got a square area, the rest of it's round, and then it's threaded down here, and then has a square nut. And then timber itself, I mean, this feels really old. I got a little bit of dry rot there, boss.
Well, you got a little dry rot here, boss. That's okay. Everybody's got it.
Okay, so let's check out the other side. I'm gonna get pretty low here for this section. Okay. This looks like a blast hole, where the blast man would have jumped when he triggered the blast. Okay. And then it looks like keeps going, but looks like caved in. So I guess that's it. We're done. Okay. Well, that was fun. Pretty exciting stuff. And let's head back to the land above the ground. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off for the climb up because I'm gonna need all fours. So we'll see you at the surface. We've made it back to the surface. Neat mine. Someday I'd definitely like to explore deeper, but like I said, I don't have any professional equipment with me, nor do I have any other people with me for safety. I guess that's enough underground for today. That was pretty fun. Ugh. And wow, it is hot down there. And not super hot, but warm enough that it's definitely I've broken a sweat. Of course, I was climbing a 45-degree angle in and back out. Oh, it feels so much better out here. The breeze feels great. All right, let's head back to camp, get a campfire going, huh? Join me next week as we go exploring an ancient volcano, get visited by the military, and try to make sense of the nonsensical. Also, we will have another Treasure Coast metal detecting video coming up very soon, so please keep an eye on the channel for that. Be sure to like and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode.